Hello, hello, and welcome, Pick 3 at a Glance family and first-time viewers. Today we're doing the daily predictions and strategies for January the 9th, 2022, Missouri Evening Draw. I'm state specific for Missouri Evening Draw, but this strategy works anywhere in the world, anywhere that they use 1,000 numbers to play pick three. That's why I said pick three at a glance. We're the home and no tic-tac-toes, no date subs, no grids, no root sums, no flips, and no multiple 100 different rundowns that they use to win. Because we take 22 numbers and do one rundown on those 22 numbers. And with those 22 numbers, we have all 1,000 numbers at a glance. Also, at a glance, we track the front pairs, the back pairs, the single pair, and the single digits, all at a glance. That way, we'll never play a number without knowing why we playing the number and how to track that number. I say that the pick three at the glance is the trees, where you can see everything that's going on with all 1,000 numbers. I say the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, the root sums, the flips, and the multiple different rundowns that they have out there to try to hit the numbers the next day. The lottery is not set up like that. The lottery, you have 1,000 numbers and you have 1 in 1,000 odds. And with those 1 in 1,000 odds, you have 365 days in a year. And with those 365 days in a year, you play different number every day. Out of those 365 days in a year, you still gonna have 635 numbers you ain't gonna touch. The tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, the flips, the mirrors, and the 100 different rundowns and the pick three at a glance ain't gonna touch them. The only way you're gonna know what's going on with that other 635 numbers is that you tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. You're tracking the front pairs, the back pairs, the single pairs, and the single digits. Pick three is the only one you can do this on. That's why I specialize in nothing but pick three at a glance. It's been good to me. I can track all aspects of those 1,000 numbers. Pick four has 10,000 numbers. You can't do it with it. Anything over pick three to me is luck and chance as it is. Pick three is luck, but you can strategize it. Plus, it's not as much of a chance because you can track all 1,000 numbers. And like I say, if you don't know why you're playing a number, don't play it. Okay? And this is here how it goes. These here, Missouri Evening Draw, are my daily carry numbers right here. This 160076, this 574 hasn't failed on evenings exact like this in 16 years. The way I know that is because in 2021, when I was tracking my data, this 160, this 076, this 574 didn't come out on evenings in any formation, any of the six-way combinations that could come. Then when I went back to check the data, I realized that 160, 076, and 574 hadn't came exact in 16 years today and counting. Now in 2022, they did come. I hit all three of them when they came in their different formations. I hit the 016 when it came, I hit the 760 when it came, and I hit the 457 when it came. I did real well on that, okay? But I'm still carrying, and my everyday carry is this 160, this 076, and this 574. So whatever I hit out of tracking the numbers, I pile up on these as exact, like this, and I box them also. Now, here is the numbers that are left from 2022. No guesswork, because with pick three at a glance, I can track every number and know what number didn't fall. And working by the law of average, I always know what number to play. I always can pick a number. I don't have to guess a number. I'm looking at the forest instead of the trees. I'm not doing the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, and the flips, and the multiple different rundowns, because I said that those are the trees. Looking at all 1,000 numbers is the forest. All right. And that's why I put Pick 3 at a glance together, so we can see all 1,000 numbers and know what we're playing, why we're playing, and if we miss the number, we know how we missed the number. The 22 columns will reveal everything there needs to know about those 1,000 numbers, not just a part of the 1,000 numbers, but every one of those numbers. Okay, now here are the doubles. I don't have to guess the doubles that I'm playing, because working by the law of average, these numbers will fall out. All I have to do is play them long enough to catch them. Most of the time when I don't catch the numbers, because I didn't play it long enough to catch it, because it comes out. Because I'm tracking all 1,000 numbers and using the law of average to my advantage and on these doubles. All right. And Missouri evening draw. Here, with the 22 columns, you always know what number and its opposite didn't fall, or the mirror or sister, as they call it, the opposite number. Okay, you always know at a glance. You never have to guess what's going on with those numbers. You're not going to see that with the tic-tac-toes and the date sums and the flips and the grids and the mirrors and the multiple other 100 rundowns, because that's why they tell you, well, mirror this number and mirror that number in case they do this number and do that number. That's all eliminated with this, because you're tracking all 1,000 numbers and you know what's going on with the actual number when something goes on with it. The only way you don't hit a number is that you didn't play it. It wasn't because you didn't flip a mirror, or a mirror a 1 and a 6, or mirror a 5 and a 0, if you understand what I'm talking about, which I'll explain later about mirrors and opposite numbers and sister numbers. But here are the numbers. You got 10 left for Missouri evening. We lowered the pool now of the numbers we want to play. Okay, here's the same thing. We load the pool of the numbers we want to play. That increases our chances for playing for 2023. Here, like I say, at a glance, for the rear, I know what number and its opposite didn't play. 770225. They didn't play all last year. So I move them over to 2023. This 233 to 788. Didn't fall. I'll move that over to 2023. By law of average, something's going to fall off them 4. Something's going to fall here. Okay? No guesswork. I don't ever have to guess another number. Okay? I always know what front pair and back pairs didn't fall. Here, this 80, this 37, this 86, this 95, and this 28. Same here. I know that they hadn't failed by law average. I keep track of those. I move them over to 2023. Here we've already hit 3 times this week. Well, last week, starting a new week. We hit the 704. We have to hit the 2-8 front pair. And also we hit my number that I carried, 076. It came again, 760, and I hit it. Okay? Because this is my everyday carry. And I invested in this 28 front, and it's 407. Okay? Because I'm always knowing what numbers to play. Always knowing what numbers to play. And this 24, I'm definitely playing it. It didn't fall on the back pair at all last year. Every number we had here is gone now, except for the 24 on the back. So I just transfer it over to the next year. Because it takes 3 years for those 1,000 numbers to actually rotate out. That's why you have to track the actual 1,000 numbers to see what they're doing year by year by year by year by year by year. If you're going to be a serious Pick 3 player. You can't just do that with the tic-tac-toes, day sum, flips, grids, and mirrors. I mean, multiple different rundowns. On those rundowns, the different rundowns they have, they can do a rundown on any of those 1,000 numbers that they want to, except for triple zeros. They can do the 317 and 927. They can make a rundown out of any number. They can do the 123, and they can do 312. Any of those 1,000 numbers. You can't. By doing that, you still gonna have to mirror this, or flip this, or something to get your number. pick through at a glance, you never have to do that because you got all 1,000 numbers you're looking at a glance. Okay, with my strategy. And okay, same here. Like I say on these front pairs, and there's one back pair down here. Now, I know the 37 didn't fall on the front. I know the 86 didn't fall on the front. I know the 95 didn't fall on the front. The 28 just fell, like I said. Here's the 284 that just hit. All right, and the 80 on the front didn't fall. Okay, having that knowledge with those numbers here, with this 80 that I know didn't fall, I'm playing it. I'm playing these groups of numbers here personally. 50-cent box, and some of them I might play straight box. But these are my everyday carry. I spend responsibly because I know the numbers that I'm playing. This 880 I know didn't play. I'm definitely going to play it as 808 because I know the 80 didn't fall on the front pair all last year. By law average, it's got to show up on the front. All right? And that's easy tracking. Now here too, same way. You can do the 024. When I hit, depends on how much I hit, and I pick up a number, I'll pick up this whole row here from 0 to 9 if I want to. Or either depending on as I'm tracking and checking the numbers for 2023 and seeing what front pairs and back pairs I feel, I'll know pretty much how I want to play any of these numbers or any of these numbers. Because I'm looking at the actual 1,000 numbers and knowing what they're doing at all time at a glance. Okay, here. And now I want everybody to get this. You got 1,000 numbers. You got 365 days in a year. If they played a different number every day, at the end of the year, you're still going to have 635 numbers you ain't going to touch. That's a third of the 1,000 numbers. Here, you got 10 numbers here, right? Any of these 10 numbers, for the whole year, if you play this whole column every day straight for the whole year, the most you're going to get is 3 of them exact. In any of these columns, 3 of them exact. So you have to know what you're up against when you're playing pick 3. And you can strategize that. You can strategize that with 10,000 numbers. Sorry to say it ain't happening. But you can do that. Just like I told you, you're only going to get about 3 or 4 of them exact for the whole year. This out of my 30 years of tracking these numbers, 30 years. Any of these columns going to be the same thing. Now you know what you're dealing with. So when you play, you're going to play responsibly. You play either, you can play them 50 box. When you hit and reinvest the numbers, you can play them straight box. In occasions, I do play straight box. And on my tutorial, I tell you on what occasions I play straight box. On the 22 columns that's made with the 1-1 rundown. Okay? So keep that in mind. Any of these numbers, any numbers in straights like this, the most you're going to get exact on any of them columns, if you play them every day, 365 days out of the year. Now, you have your outer normals, but I'm saying on average. This is on average stuff I'm talking about. The most on average every year, you're going to get 3 exact or 4 exact. That's what you're up against. This ain't a cakewalk. That's why I say it's a strategy. Okay? Of 1,000 numbers, the forest, looking at everything. But you got to know what you're up against. If you know you're only going to get 3 of them exact, then you'll play smarter. Okay? Because the way I'm saying, okay, let's go with this here. I think you can see this pretty good. These 3 numbers, you're going to get 3 of them exact one year. The next year, you're going to get 3 more different exact the next year. The next year, you're going to get 3 more. It might not be different. Could be the same one come back. But that's what you're up against. Because 3 of these numbers are 10% of the 10. 30% of the 10. Okay? 3 of these numbers is 30% on average of the 10. The same way, 365 numbers is almost 30% of the 1,000. You got 635% of it, which is 2/3 of it, you ain't going to touch, ever. That's why you got to know what you're up against. And pick 3 is the only one you can strategize like this on. That's why I only invest in pick 3. That's why I only play pick 3. And I play, I play the super ones. I don't buy but 1 or 2 tickets of those because I know that's like walking on water to hit those. So I just focus all my energy, and when I win, reinvest back into pick 3. And it's been good to me. That's why I'm sharing it. But you got to know what you're up against. You got to know that when you look at the tic-tac-toe, the day, sums, the grids, the flips, the mirrors, the multiple 100 rundowns, you're looking at the trees. This year I'm giving you the whole forest to look at and know what's going on with any of those numbers at any given time. Those 1,000 numbers. Okay? And like I say, I'll tell you what I'm playing. I'm playing my daily carry. Basically right now, I'm playing the doubles that haven't failed out. And I'm playing this 2-4, $2 on the back end. I've won, so I'm reinvesting in these numbers. I'm not really trying to pull money out of my pocket to play. Okay, so I'm playing these 50-cent box. I'm playing this 2-4, and I'm playing these straight box, and probably $1 straight also. But then, if they don't come like I want soon enough, I'll cut back on some of them when I'm playing. Then when some do hit, I'll go pick these back up. I won't be pulling different numbers from everywhere. And another thing about this, when you go into 2024 and you've been tracking all year long, you're not going into the dark picking up numbers that you don't know where they're coming from. You already got a string of numbers that you can carry into you to 2024 that you know didn't fall the previous year, working with the law average. I think that's a smart way of doing it, If anybody don't agree, comment. I'm good with it. Because, 2 heads are always better than 1 in my book. Carry the numbers over from year to year. You know what's going on with your number. In your state, I know what's going on with Missouri. But all numbers rotate different in all states. All numbers going to rotate different from midday and evening. The data's going to be different. Ain't no one-size-fit-all strategy. The only one-size-fit-all strategy is tracking all 1,000 numbers. You can't go wrong that way. The only one-size-fit-all strategy is tracking all 1,000 numbers and know what's going on with all the 1,000 numbers, not just the 365 that you're going to hit out a year. I'm going to say it again. Get this point over. Ain't no one-size-fit-all strategy for pick 3. The other ones I don't even worry about. I don't even do those. But for pick 3, and it's 1,000 of them. So ain't no one-size-fit-all strategy for the pick 4, the pick 5, or lotto, or none of that. Pick 3 is teachable, doable, and trackable. That's why I can put my energy into it. And you can too. Pick 3 at a glance is, I can explain pick 3 at a glance. Anybody can get it in 30 minutes. My whole system. You can get in 30 minutes. I explain it to you. I can explain it to your phone, tell you write some paper, get pencil and paper, do a little write some stuff down. You'll have what I'm telling you in 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And I get on live Monday through Friday from 7 p.m. for a Q&A for anybody that's still stuck. I'm on monetary. I don't run. I don't hide. I'll get on here and explain what I got to show you. I don't run. I don't hide. So I want everybody to get this because I know it's beneficial. It's been very beneficial for me. So I just want to share it with everybody. And everybody got their way. I'm going to tell you this again. If it's working for you, it's working for you. This works for me. Looking at the forest and not at the trees. Over 30 years. Okay? So, and it's not, and the tic-tac-toe, the day, sums, the grids, and flips, and the mirrors and all that got me here. Because if it wasn't for me trying to do those, I never would have got this. And reading all the different books that they had out there wouldn't have never got me to this one. And all the books I done read, everything I done seen, don't have a strategy like this. And believe me, I 30 years, you got to believe, I got a lot of books. Okay? So play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless.